Hey, LarkenRose here. The good news is this will be a short video. However, I'm probably going to swear a lot and maybe even yell. Let's find out why, shall we? So, I'm still on an email list of Tom Woods, and I still learn things that are going on and see that I'm on a number of email lists that I don't entirely pay attention to. But I happened to look at this email from him, and he was talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Republican clown that she is, daring to say something. And Tom Woods is pointing out, well, I'm glad she had the stones to say this. And Marjorie Taylor Greene says, quote, I represent the base, and when I'm frustrated and upset over the direction of things, you better be clear, the base is not happy. End quote. Okay, so a bunch of Republicans see what Orange or Mango Mussolini is doing, and they're not thrilled about it, okay? So far, so good. Here's what Tom then says. Quote, I campaigned for no more foreign wars. No, you fucking didn't. You campaigned to put Trump on the throne, idiotically hoping, for no good reason, that would result in no more foreign wars. You stupidly enabled the war machine and put into power another puppet of the warmongers, hoping, for some stupid reason, that would mean no more foreign wars. Because you're a gullible idiot all of a sudden. And the reason this pisses me off is you know better. You're not this stupid. Or you shouldn't be this stupid. And you shouldn't be this unprincipled. Hell, seemed like you liked the movie Jones Plantation, and then you went out and voted for Mr. Jones to be the new manager. And when it turns out he still whips the slaves, you were like, this isn't what I campaigned for. Yes, it is. Because you didn't vote for no new wars, you voted for putting that dumb shit on the throne. So when you say, golly gee, this isn't what I wanted him to do, well, golly gee, maybe you shouldn't give him power over you and everybody else. Maybe you shouldn't have enabled him to do the evil shit he's doing, which lots of us told you was going to happen. But this is when I almost fell out of the chair I wasn't sitting on. When Tom Woods, he complains about Iran, which he should, like Trump is trying to start a war there. What's happened in Ukraine, bombing a bunch of countries for Israel, Yemen. He didn't actually mention Israel, but pretty obvious that's what he was talking about. And yeah, I share all those complaints. Those things are really, 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 really bad. And then Tom Woods said, didn't we learn our lesson when... No, you didn't learn your fucking lesson. You didn't learn your lesson. You just empowered, you helped to intentionally empower a pawn of the war machine. You didn't learn your fucking lesson, Tom. And you sitting around with Dave Smith making those stupid fucking excuses for you trying to put Mango Mussolini on the throne. You did that. The dead people in Yemen, that's partly on you. You helped make it happen. You didn't campaign for no more wars. You moronically thought that this master was going to do that, even though there was no reason to expect that. What you campaigned for was him being on the throne, and then, golly gee, let's hope he does what we want. How are you that stupid? Given everything you've said before, given everything you've explained before, how the fuck are you that stupid? And you go on to demonstrate how stupid you are. Quote, Tom Woods continues, I also campaigned on accountability for the communist and tyrannical acts made by the government during COVID. No, you didn't. You campaigned to put that joker on the throne, hoping he would do that. You also said, I also campaigned on accountability for all the lawfare that was waged against the American people in the past 4 years. No, you didn't. You campaigned to put that joker on the throne, hoping, against any shred of rationality or principles, that he was going to do that. When lots of us were telling you, that's not what's going to happen. Why the fuck are you still doing this? Why are you still empowering psychopaths? And, continues Tom, I campaigned for an end to waste, fraud, and abuse of the American people's hard-earned tax dollars. No, you fucking didn't. You campaigned to put Trump on the throne, idiotically thinking he might do that. This is the problem with statism. And what makes this so much worse is that Tom Woods knows better. When the left say, oh, I campaigned for this guy because I wanted the poor taken care of, and bunnies and rainbows to be everywhere, and crime to just vanish. No, you didn't. You elected power-happy psychos who then violently implemented their crappy political agenda on other people and hurt a lot of innocent people. That's what the political left actually did. And I'm pretty damn sure Tom Woods wouldn't give them the benefit of the doubt and go, oh yeah, you meant well, you didn't do anything wrong. You just voted people into power who then did heinous things. But now all of a sudden he's talking as if, well, he doesn't deserve any of the blame for what was done by the guy that he put into power on purpose, intentionally, and encouraged others to help put into power. But he's not to blame for that, because he had good intentions. And so he goes on to say, it took legitimate guts for Marjorie Taylor Greene to say those things. No, it didn't. Whoop-de-friggin-do. She will face the wrath of the lapdog influencers who refuse to admit the flaws in Trump 2.0. Refuse to admit their mistakes. Jesus. You mean like yours? Like putting a narcissistic psychopath on a throne where he could use huge amounts of power to destroy huge numbers of people's lives? That you helped do? That you did that? Nothing in this is Tom taking any of the blame, any responsibility for what he helped to make happen. No, instead he spins it like, I didn't campaign for this. I wanted the new tyrant to do this and this and this. Golly gee, he didn't. It's not my fault. I just put him on the throne and gave him the power that he is now using to murder innocent people all over the place, to harass and terrorize people in this country without the permission of the ruling class, to use his tariffs on a daily basis to destroy the financial lives and businesses of millions of people in this country and out. You helped make that happen. Don't wave your good intentions around unless you're going to let all the Republicans and Democrats get away with that bullshit, which I know you're not. Instead, you're going to point at them and say, yeah, but you're advocating stuff by way of authoritarian violence. It's not okay. You can't just hide behind good intentions. Yeah, Tom Woods, you can't hide behind good intentions. You enabled this shit. You encouraged other people to enable this shit. And then the piece de resistance, he says, I don't think I'm telling readers anything they don't already know when I say it's entirely possible that politics will fail us. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. You have failed everybody who believes in libertarian principles who thought you did too. You have failed everybody who actually understands and advocates freedom. You failed them. Politics didn't fail you. You know the game. You've been explaining the game, and then you fell for the game and you empowered the game. And now you want to pretend that you deserve no blame and no responsibility for the real world suffering and death that your statist bullshit has helped contribute to. It's entirely possible that politics will fail us. The fact that you still need to say that instead of course it's going to fail us. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's entirely possible that arguing over who the next plantation manager will be will still end up in us being slaves. Good grief. And he said it's entirely possible we're going to continue to have a screwed up society for a good long time. And you're helping make that happen by not having the spine to actually stick to your principles. And by falling for this stupid fear-mongering statist bullshit and then going out and encouraging others who also should know better to play this stupid game and enable psychopaths and then take no responsibility for having done so. Holy shit, dude. You did this. Yes, you campaigned for exactly this. You didn't vote for less wars on the ballot. You voted for Donald Trump to be on the throne. That's what you advocated. That's what you told other people to advocate. That is what you condoned. What you hoped was going to result from that is just your own delusional, irrational stupidity. And I'm betting in any other context, you would see that and identify it and speak out against it. Well, golly, we didn't know that by voting the Nazis into power, bad things were going to happen. Golly, when we were cheering Lenin and Stalin into power, well, we thought they were going to do great things with it. When we were all excited about Mao fixing everything, it was a great leap forward. You can't blame us. We wanted good things. And I can and do blame Tom Woods more than I blame the vast majority of people who voted for the Nazis and for Stalin and for Mao. Because most of them didn't have the excuse, or had the excuse that they didn't know better. They were just gullible, stupid, normal people who believed normal statist shit. You don't have that excuse, Tom. What the fuck? You advocated evil. Now we're getting evil. And you helped make it happen. And nothing in your bullshit email took any responsibility. This isn't what I wanted the new slave plantation manager to do. When you vote for a slave plantation manager, it's not fucking up to you what they're going to do, now is it? Having to explain that to most of the world is already a big enough challenge. When supposed libertarians and well-known libertarians with big audiences suddenly forget that and suddenly talk as if bitching over who the new plantation manager should be is a thing to do, is what we should do, well, in this case, it's just, oh, I campaigned on this. No, you didn't. You campaigned on statism. You told people to play the game. They played the game. They even won. They got their clown of choice on the throne. And now we see the results. Tom Woods, if you're not going to take responsibility for what you helped make happen, then sit down and shut the fuck up. Because this is pathetic. You helped make it happen, and now you're talking as if, golly gee, I had nothing to do with it. I just put the guy on the throne. Holy shit. With libertarians like this, who needs statists?